Today we're going to show you CloudShell, and it's really cool. It's down here on the bottom left. You should see it. And it comes with most regions. So right now I'm in United States, North Virginia, and there are some regions that possibly do not have this. So if you don't, that's okay. This tutorial is just a precursor to using the command line interface, which is going to be awesome. That's where the good stuff comes in. So CloudShell is here, and we can't access it due to insufficient permissions. No problem. We'll just go to our admin identity and fix that. Let's go ahead and add that to our group policies. So we'll go back to IAM. User groups, group S3 partial access. I'm just going to keep reusing this one. And we're going to go to permissions, and let's add permissions. And this time we'll just attach a policy that's already existing, and it's going to be called AWS CloudShellFullAccess. You can see it right here, and I don't know what it looks like here. Pretty simple. Okay, so we could have just done that manually. But either way, it's existing, so let's just attach that policy. Boom. Okay, so for this group, we have 3 policies attached. S3 read only, we have S3 upload, and we have the new CloudShell. So over here, let's go ahead and refresh it. Maybe I can just close it and reopen it. Nothing. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and log out and log back in and just see. So the terminology they like to use is the IAM policy change is eventually consistent. All it took for me was to log out and log back in, and all of a sudden my CloudShell works. So if it takes 45 seconds to a couple of minutes, I wouldn't sweat it any longer. Maybe double check your steps. Now, let's see if it opens up. Looks like it's working. So just do a quick log out and log back in after you enabled the permissions or attached the permissions to that group. Okay, now that you're in, this is pretty cool because now you're at the command line, but it's a command line that AWS allows you to use on any browser. So Amazon gives you 1 GB of persistent home storage per supported region, private to that particular user. So you are using Amazon's services right now. This isn't your home local computer, but it mimics it. So it's pretty awesome, but you are limited with certain things like this isn't my local computer, so I can't upload anything. But you have access to all kinds of things here. There's nothing in here right now, but it is just a command line terminal. Let's see, we can do who am I? CloudShell user. LS didn't pull anything up because there's no directories, but let's go ahead and upload a photo to the CloudShell. This is to the CloudShell. So upload file. And again, we'll just do a more pictures of me. Okay, it's uploading test.jpg. And here's what's cool. Remember, we have our S3 bucket. Now, I know we're on Amazon servers in this CloudShell, but that upload is, now if I do ls, it says test.jpg. It is in the terminal, but it's not in my bucket. This has nothing to do with my bucket, but I have connections. So that test.jpg, it's conveniently there. It usually would be on my local computer, which we'll get into, but let's put that in our bucket. In fact, let's go to our bucket, S3, bucket tutorial repo, and you'll see that the only images I have, let me full screen this. I don't have test.jpg in here, but we're going to go ahead and put that in there. So the command for that, you have to start learning these AWS commands. So it's AWS S3, and then CP stands for copy. And we'll just type in test.jpg. I know this seems harder than using the user interface, but think about when you want to copy directories or programmatically just do hundreds of copies or change the name of hundreds of files or add metadata to thousands of files. Programmatically is the way to go. Usually, I call it programmatically, but scripting, you script it. So we're going to copy this test.jpg into our bucket, so S3 : and you have to get the syntax correct, but it's very similar to regular Unix and Linux commands. And then your bucket name, so it would be bucket dash tutorial repo, and then /, and you could rename it here. We'll rename it and say markclimb.jpg. Hopefully this works. Hit enter. Upload, boom. Now let's refresh this page. This is my actual bucket objects inside of it. And there we have it, markclimb.jpg. Now if I click on it, remember the URL, object URL, should not work, right? Because I have to do the pre-signed. Oh, I closed it. What a bummer. Okay, I'm still logged in as user S3. What we'll do, again, just to refresh your memory, is do a pre-signed URL for markclimb. Boom. And then remember, actions, and then share with a pre-signed URL. This is just a memory for you that you can do this. 2 minutes, create it, and it copies to my clipboard, and then immediately, as soon as it propagates at least, you have access to it from your browser. Because your browser doesn't have permissions attached to it, only you do in your console. So you can see it in your console, like this file, and you can access it. But that's it. This is the Cloud Shell. We are going to start using command line interface for quite a few tasks, and I think this is the most awesome part of learning.